Look at me, Kevin Graham. Instructor Selnate? You look as though you haven't eaten in days. Although by the sounds of it, you really haven't, nor have you even been drinking anything. I was saddened to hear the news about Rufina as well, but unfortunate accidents are a fact of life, especially in our line of work. It's the risk we all choose. Part on the mission. I cannot talk. Kill me. Excuse me? I've got no reason to be a knight anymore. I've got no reason to even live anymore. And if someone has to kill me, I couldn't ask for anyone better than you. I doubt I'd even have the time to feel pain. I'll even have time to feel pain before you were done. So, if it is what you, if that is your wish, in what world did you think I would happily oblige such an asinine request? You do remember what you said when you first became a squire, right? You said you offered your soul to the goddess above, and your body and blood to her church here on earth. After swearing that, you think you have the right to beg for death, much less a painless one? Don't make me laugh. Still, I was reluctant to even relay this information to you. But after seeing how pathetic a state you're in, perhaps it won't be so difficult after all. Squire of the Grellsetter, Kevin Graham, from this day on, you are to assume the position of 5th Dominion. Your appointment was decided by the Congregation of Sacraments, and even His Holiness the Pope has given his approval. The job is yours. What? I imagine you must have at least have heard rumors that the position of 5th Dominion was vacant. Has been for several decades too. Congratulations, it turns out that position was meant for you. How the hell did that baby squire I once helped teach reach the same rank as me? I'm sure the 5th Macbeth will be pleased to finally see the light of day. Why? Oh, and incidentally, it's tradition to take on a title of your choosing after becoming a Dominion. You might want to start giving some thought to what you want sooner rather than later. As you already know, mine is Carnella. Simple a name as it is. I don't care about titles. I don't care about any of those things. Why me? I couldn't even protect Rufina from. Why me? And to that I say, that is of no consequence here. What is the consequence? What is of consequence is that Rufina Argent was a highly capable knight. She may not have manifested stigmata of her own, but her problem-solving abilities were at times greater than even the Dominions. Her loss will be keenly felt, and it will be up to our new 5th Dominion to fill it. The words of His Eminence the Cardinal. Oh, this is rich. This is just rich. Oh man, it's so funny it hurts. I become a knight to protect Rufina, and I end up shooting to the top of the ranks over her dead body. Amazing, huh? Who could have seen that coming? I wish I could go back in time and tell myself when I signed up what was gonna happen just to see my own face. So what will you do? I should make it clear that you do have the right to refuse your new appointment. Admittedly, no one in the Grellsetter's 1,000-year history has turned down a Dominion position, so doing so would be unprecedented, but still. Well, no shit. No, I humbly accept my new position. I'm ready to start work as soon as it's there for me. Hell, start piling it on me today, I'm up for it. Alright then, I'll see what you can do. Don't hold back on me either. Throw me the really hard stuff. The kind you need to be a masochist to want to take on. And that title thing? Let's go with Heretic Hunter, okay? That sounds just perfect. Damn, edgy teenage years Kevin. Chapter 5, Labyrinth of Shadows and Light. Wow, so that's what happened. The more I hear, the more off the wall everything happening here sounds. I'm not surprised. We're making progress on working out what's going on, thankfully. We know the place we're in is called Phantasma, and about how it is, and how it has its own unique rules that govern it. We also know that all of us were chosen based on some criteria then drawn into it. Well, the criteria was, were you a playable character in the previous games? If yes, you're here. We still have plenty of questions that need answering, but they can largely be summed up by the following 3. 1. Who are the Lord of Phantasma and Swordshredder? 2. What is the cube and the identity of the ghost who appears to be connected to it? 3. What is Phantasma and how did it come to exist? That's a pretty screw-ent way of putting it. There are other questions, of course, but it's true that most of these generally fall under those 3 in some way. Why there are fiends roaming around comes under number 3, for example. Dividing everything up like that does make it all a heck of a lot easier to understand, yeah. Oh, but wait. Where does Kevin falling unconscious come into all this? You made it sound like the cause of it was him fighting some giant devil. It certainly seems that way, and more specifically, the power he used to break the barrier that surrounded us must have been the cause. The one that made that red symbol show up on his back. I wonder what it was then. I haven't got any idea what it could have been either. It's possible it may have been some form of thaumaturgy passed down through the church, but I can hardly be sure. Joshua, do you think you know what it could have been? I think I do. I can't be sure, but I think it was a stigmata. Seriously? Isn't that the thing that appeared on your shoulder? Yeah, it was. What you saw was a physical manifestation of an image Wiseman had placed deep within my mind in order to control me. Kevin's is likely the same, save for the control factor. However, I have a feeling that his is also significantly more powerful than mine was. Well spotted, Joshua. Oh yes. Say, how's Kevin doing? Why is the game stuttering so much? His condition seems to have marginally improved, but what he did resulted in a heavy burden being placed on his mind, so it'll be best for him to rest for a while longer. That's a relief. He sure knows how to give people a fright. Do you mind if I get clarification on something, Reyes? Was my theory correct? Yes, it was. He did indeed use the power of his stigmata. However, the key difference between his and yours is that his is one of the original kind, on which yours was likely based. A seal carved into a person's very soul, said to manifest only in the dominions of the Grail Setter. What's a dominion? I've heard rumors of their existence personally. The Dominions are a group of 12 knights who lead the Grail Setter. They're supposed to possess incredible power. That is also correct. Their stigmatas are the source of that power. They allow the user to possess... They allow the people who possess them to strengthen their body beyond what most would think humanly possible, as well as use high-level thaumaturgy far exceeding the capabilities of other knights. As I'm sure you've pieced together, Kevin is one of them, specifically the 5th Dominion. Are we even talking about the same Kevin who's been leading us around here? It sure doesn't feel like it. Sorry, but I'm kind of confused. Did Kevin have this stigmata implanted within him like Joshua did? No, ordinarily stigmatas aren't carved in that manner. They appear on their own without human intervention. There are 12 dominions, and that number has always been consistent throughout history. There are times when spots left unfilled because the stigmata barrier to fill them has yet to appear. But they're always out there, whether the stigmata is manifested or not. That's so weird, don't you think? So does that mean the stigmata Joshua had? Mine was only a replica of the real thing. Wiseman was originally a clergyman, so he probably had access to a way to make such a thing. Oh yeah, I forgot he said that. He used to be a bishop in the Congregation for the Sacraments, which is the organization that the Grail Setter answers to. Even back in those days, he was in contact with Ouroboros and stealing numerous sacraments from the church. Things that were stolen include a vast amount of literature and research on stigmatas of the Dominions. We believe he went on to use that material as a basis to realize his dreams of creating some sort of superhuman over within the society. I thought so. Still, while I think I have a vague understanding of what just those stigmatas are now, I am still not clear how using that power led Kevin to collapse. Does that risk naturally come with the use of your stigmata's powers? Or is there something more to it? Well, I don't know exactly why, but Kevin very rarely uses the power of his stigmata at all. I heard that the only time he relies on it is when disposing of those he brands heretics. In other words, those whose sins are too great for them to ever be able to walk in the path of righteousness ever again. Disposing of? That's so ominous. Let me make sure I got this straight. He used a superpower he barely uses out of nowhere, and that caused him to black out because his body wasn't ready for it. That's what I believe is likely the case. Game stuttering again. I see. I think I understand well enough now. Are you sure it's fine for you to be telling us this? Yes, I'm almost positive Kevin was planning on telling you himself before he fell unconscious. And I believe telling you all is necessary in order to ensure your cooperation in the rest of our investigation. Well, if you're sure... Wait, does that mean... If no one has any objections, I'd like to take Kevin's place and lead till he wakes up again. Is that alright with everyone? No problems here. Are you sure you don't want to stay here, though? I would have thought you'd want to stay and look after him. Before he collapsed, Kevin entrusted me with the cube. As such, I believe this is my duty as a squire in his service. So please, don't worry about me. Right now, I'd rather be helping all of you. Game stuttering again. Well, if you're sure. I personally see no reason to say no. The remaining members will be sure to look after Kevin. You won't have to worry about a thing, okay? Thank you, I appreciate that. What's wrong, Estelle? Well, so Riaz, I've got a favor I want to ask, if you don't mind. Would you mind if I come with you when you head out to explore? Is there any specific reason? Estelle? Well, it's just, I've only just returned to the world of the living, right? I feel like I want to go and see what's going on for myself. And I mean, I'm a bracer, so I doubt I'll get in your way or anything. So, would you mind? Not in the least. I love it if you accompanied me. Thanks. Sorry for up and deciding on my own, Joshua. The game's stuttering again. Sorry for what? If that's what you want to do, then you won't hear any complaints from me. Well, we'll be counting on you to do a good job backing Reyes up. You know it. Had to take Estelle with us, and dear God, you're at 113! Oh right, you were out of the party for a while, so you're weaker now. Shit. Oh well. So I guess from here on, I need my healer. I need another member. Damn it, Estelle, you got weaker. So you're still the strongest physical member I have. I mean, certain characters are like approaching that level, but no, you're still the strongest, so... I would honestly bring Joshua along, if only because he has multi-hit attacks. I mean, group hit attacks. And a group hitting special, which is really helpful with these boss fights. Alright, let's see what we got on Estelle in terms of equipment. Linear grip, alright, that's pretty decent. Okay, brace coat, and that gives you plus 3 move. Let's check your ornaments. Attack 4, you're set up for healing, which is good. You have some defense and Heaven's Eye. Okay, so you have that on you. Wait, do I get Kevin's quartz back, or do I not have them? I don't have his quartz. Can I get them back? Because one of those quartz I had on them was my freaking... here it is. I need the septium vein back. Alright. I just really like having septium vein on a character, alright? I should really upgrade her quartz while I'm at it, since I have HP 3s now. I don't have EP3? I think I made an EP3, I'm not sure. Yep, I did make an EP3. And hit 4. Okay, maybe I can get rid of seal for something. I wonder if that'll give me more firepower. Let me check. Not really. That would be a good thing on you. Maybe if you cut. Yeah, it doesn't really affect anything. But to give her Phantom Pain, which is good. Alright, so we're gonna go check out the next floor. But... I think we have a few moon doors and sun doors we can check out. Because we have this fishing thing, which is a fishing minigame with Estelle, I think. Yeah, like right here. Then we have a new star door. We have all these things to take on. So basically we got stuff to do. I think maybe this opened up another time again? I don't know. Anyway, we have moon and sun doors to take on. Now see all of you guys back here next time.